같이 보자라고 하는 쪽에서 저희가 이 다이버시티를 넣었습니다. 그 이완은 있는 W그룹 같은 부분들 저희가 프로모트하고 하려고 하고 있고요. 그리고 이제 세미나 좋고 배우는 거 다 좋은데 그래도 결국 뭐 사람들이 좀 친해지고 가까워져야 되는 거 아닌가. 그래서 이제 조금 더 많은 피크닉 같은 캐주얼한 이벤트들을 많이 하면서 저희가 인티머시를 높이려고 하는 게 우리 방향입니다. 2017년에 이런 세미나가 있었습니다. 그래서 뭐 보시면 아시겠지만 한 가지 주제에 국한이 되지 않고 매우 다양한 여러 가지 주제들을 저희가 넓고 얕게 이렇게 부담되지 않도록 배우는 것이 저희들의 목표이고요. 그 외에도
항상 컨셉이 제가 좀 잘못된 것 같아요. 기본적으로 청바지를 딱 입고 와야 되는데 아침에 고민을 하는 게 아닙니다. 사실 오늘 하면 젊은 분들이 많이 계실 거기 때문에 그래도 그 옷을 좀 젊게 입어야 되는 게 아닌가. 제가 할 수 있는 최선이 넥타이 안 되는 거였어요. 아직은 그래도 제 머리가 공무원적인 사고라든가 옛날의 사고에 사실 박혀 있어서 여러분들하고 같이 교감하기는 조금 세대가 떨어진 게 아닌가 하는 그런 생각을 많이 했었는데 그래도 위안이 되는 거는 오늘 오니까 저보다는 그래도 연배가 높으신 분들도 몇 분 계십니다. 그 생각 반면에 또 이분들은 저보다 연배가 높으시지만은 또 IT 쪽이나 그 사회가 발전하는 그런 동향을 먼저 알고 계신 분이고 제가 곰곰이 아침에 생각을 해봤어요. 나는 어디에 속하는 그룹인가. 제가 정의하기는 거의 와우 그룹이에요. 와우 그룹. 여러분들은 세상을 이끌어 나가시는 분들이고 기술의 변화를 이끌어 나가시는 분들이지만 저 같은 경우에는 그런 기술의 변화를 보면서 와 대단하다. 저는 그런 그룹에 속하거든요.
For me personally, this is a very interesting conference for me because I am a Seattle native. I'm Korean American. I do business in Seoul. I do business in the U.S. And I'm in the consumer internet space. And so to me, it's fascinating to be here and it's interesting. I was thinking a little bit about what to speak on today after getting the invitation from Alex, and I thought a lot about kind of my life and my journey. I'm now at the age of 40, and I've got 2 kids, and they're 13, 11. They go to school right here in Bellevue. And I realized that I've lived kind of half my life to a certain extent, depending on how well the rest of us tech do. Maybe we can extend that a little bit longer. But I've lived half my life. So it's kind of a very interesting and a pivotal moment for me to think about the last 20 years of my life, since graduating from college and going through my career. So I wanted to share a little bit about some tips that I've actually garnered throughout the times that I've done business or thought about my career, as well as a really important element to me now. I think this is something that everyone tries to discover along the way, is your passion. How I found my passion, I think is a very interesting question. I remember when I was a young kid, people would say, you gotta find your passion. And at that time I thought, I love playing basketball, I love hanging out with my friends, that's my passion. But we all know the reality of an Asian guy playing basketball. There's only one, really. So
thank you very much as a founding president of Chambar. Thank you for adding great content to our second conference. My question for you is, so you mentioned a lot of experiences as a Korean American. Many audiences here are first generation Koreans, and I would like to hear what you think would be what is your advice to first generation Koreans who wants to go into more of a mainstream, like American society?
It's a good question. I'm a second generation Korean, well, 1.8. But when I've got a lot of first generation Korean friends, both that are coming to the U.S. as well as in Korea itself. And I think America is one of those places where Koreans will have a difficult time if you apply Korean culture to it. And here's what I mean. If I go to Korea, the advice I was given by all my Korean 형s, they said, when you go to a meeting, 한국말 하지 말라고. They said, don't speak it. Don't go, don't do that. I'm walking, I'm James, how you doing? They said, don't do it. I said, why? I want to be respectful to the culture. No, my Korean's not good, but not that bad. He said, don't do it because the right people will still respect you, but the wrong people will wish it internally. So in a similar way, when you come to America, you gotta almost get out of the Korean culture mindset. You know, Korean culture mindset is very similar to Japanese. Don't stand out. Don't be different. Stay quiet. Team first. Don't wear a different color. But America, they don't value that. They really don't. I've worked at big companies and I know this. And I have friends who are VPs at some of the companies you work at. They don't value being like everyone else. My wife works at Cornell University and she sees all the admissions for all the Ivy Leagues. And a Korean kid got a 2,400 on his scores, perfect 4.3 GPA, whatever the mark is, did chess, did everything perfect. He didn't get into any Ivy Leagues. And he's like, why? This is reverse discrimination. My wife said, it's not. You don't stand out. He goes, you know how many Asian kids there are doing what you do? This typical mold in America doesn't work out. My advice to first generation Koreans is get out of the Korean mindset and